Hello. So one time I was in my driveway and I was backing out of my driveway, just looking in the rear view mirror, and then I was able to back out fine. One time I was in this park and they had this bridge that was going over a river. And then my friend said to me, "That's called a stream." I was with this friend of mine that always has this way about himself, whereupon if he wants to go out to eat, he's going to go to the fanciest of restaurants. So I tell him, "What do you think I am, made of money?" And I was able to read a book one time that had all of these nice suggestions in it for cooking. I thought that the games that people play, like checkers and chess, have some dignity about them, even though they're still a board game. I understand there's life in all of the video games and all of this comings about, and checkers and chess, still a game. It's got a little bit of class to it, and it's a little bit nicer. I could probably play a game of chess. Some people take that very seriously. And they would say, "That's really smart." I had this notion of crossing an ocean. I believe in trying to accomplish a great deed with my life. I believe in trying to be the best, to go to the top, to matter, to have this respect about myself, whereupon I'm able to look back upon my life and say, I did everything I could do. I know about how there are these cakes, and then you can bake a cake, and you have to have flour, the sugar, the frosting, everything that goes into making a cake, you understand. You see, this bakery that makes the cake still calls itself a bakery, even though it could just as easily be called a cakery. I'm giving that to you, even though that's been available to you for an incredible amount of time. I think that's been ever since the beginning. Cakery. You make the cake. You're telling me that's what? All right. As I have said, I believe that the people at the bakery, they're doing a wonderful job. I'd like to have this time to say that you guys, there it is. There it is. Come on. Come on. This is for you. You're doing good. Keep it up. Like the yeast So I was walking along, minding my own business, and then I said to myself, I'm minding my own business. I thought that I was going to be able to have this parasailing, whereupon what happens is that they take a guy and then they let him fly around. You can fly if you want to. And then I said, I can fly if I want to. Mostly when I'm at my house, I try and make the most of my time. And what I do is I have this incredible stack of blank paper that I can pick up at any time. And the stack has been getting lower over all of this work that I've been doing with the paper. And it's still there. There's a refrigerator that's in my home. And what the people decided to do with the refrigerator is that they have the light that is in the refrigerator. It'll go on when you open it, and then when you close it, it goes off. And then I said, that's nifty. I felt that when I'm going to be going out and about, all of these people that are around me, then I'm going to be doing a check. Am I wearing my shirt? Yeah. Am I wearing pants? Yes. I do that sometimes. I have that making sure I'm doing all right. And then I say, I'm doing all right. I have this method about myself whereupon I'm able to have velocity and ferocity of all of these ideas that are coming at you and coming at me at such a speed and of whereabouts and of pleasure and happiness and contentment and satisfaction for you. Doing this for all of the times that I have been laying in bed in the morning, and then the light comes in through the window, and then there are these blinds, Venetian, that I'm able to turn and let the light in. And then I'm able to truly have my morning. I had this one sandwich that was with bread, white spread, and then there was some lettuce, tomato, some sauce, and then there was some bread, and there were other items in this sandwich that I'm not going to mention. I'm trying to be more comfortable with all that's been happening in terms of this new advent of technology, because it's going at such a pace where it can be easy to be wondering what it is that's going on. I'm trying to catch up with everyone else, and I've got some advice for everyone that is in this generation of like-minded, forward, progressive individuals. And the advice is this: what is that? Mostly I stay in Lawrence, this place in Kansas that I live. I thought about moving somewhere else, and then I said, most likely it's going to be here. I've got this going for me, this home, and I was able to live in this home for another season. I'm going at it one more time. That is a advancement for me, because I usually have been going around place to place, and then now I'm in this place where I'm going to be staying there for a while, at least a year longer. That's what I said I would do. And then I said, that's what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to be having all of this confetti drop down, and then we're going to be able to have all of the music playing. The band comes in, and then we're going to be able to have some riotous yelling proclamation of a cheerful environment, like one of those studios where everybody comes on in, and then we are able to show everyone, just come on in. Show everyone all the work that these people have been doing, and then you can take a bow, and then you're able to have that praise and adornment from your community to tell you that you're doing a good job and that you're welcome and that people believe and trust in you. So everyone come on in. Everyone, we're doing good here. And then we're going to be able to show your family and your kids just what it is that you've been doing with your life. one time I fell in love with this really pretty girl. And we went out on a date. And then I said to her, "This is really romantic." I thought about how there are these combs for your hair. And then you're able to comb it whenever you'd like. So you buy the comb. It has all of these teeth in it. And then you take the teeth and then you go through your hair like so. And then you're looking good. And then you're looking really good. So that's what I have been doing. I eat healthy. I suggest eating healthy. I suggest going for exercises and trying to keep a solid mind about yourself, where you can do some math problems if you'd like. Otherwise, you can have this mental state about yourself that keeps everything in order, and then you're able to be a well-balanced and contributing manifestation of your desire. And then you're able to tell other people what it is exactly that's made you feel so good that you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. And then you're able to have it be so good for everyone that listens. And then when they're listening, they're going to say, maybe I should do that so I can be really happy. And then we have this cycle of happy people pedaling, ding ding, all going towards the same place. The supermarket. We've got this new wall where I work. They painted it and they put up this mural. What I've come to know about murals is that there's art, like fine art, painting, and then there's murals. You can have the fine art, and then you can have you're doing an awesome job, everyone who's painting a mural, because it's called a mural, and it can be the finest art possible that looks incredible. You did such a good job. This wall that was there was so bland before, and then you're able to have it be a mural. That's so cool. So, as I said, wall, mural. And then, I believe I was able to have this person, and there's another person drawn so that it looks like it's a person. And then they have some wavy stuff. And then they have this whole scene happens. There's some history involved. Some history, mind you. And then they have a storyline. These people were planting the apple trees. And then the apple trees were able to be grown with one dude's head that's significantly larger than the apple tree itself. And then there's the family of the pioneers that are there in their wagon going across the countryside, while simultaneously a star is shining bright in the eyes of the collected children of the modern world. And then that's a mural. You've got a mural now. You're doing such a good job. Let's keep that going. I'm going to be putting so much thought into this. That's so cool. That's amazing. Let's have some more murals. Right there. And then they said, "You're doing a good job." Alright, I've got a joke for you. Listen up. I was in this theater, and then they had the seats of the theater, and they were with this padding. And the seats of the theater, they made it really nice. They were all there, and matching seats. I was able to go in there, and then I'm seeing this musical, and then I'm getting comfortable in the seat, and then I say, "That's a good show." I've been on a boat, and then the boat's on the ocean, and then the ocean, it has all of these waves going up and down. And then there's the captain who's on the ship, and he's driving the ship. And then he has a wheel to drive the ship. And the wheel happens to be wooden, with those stubs going off. And then he is able to say, "Going to the port side. Let's head off to starboard." And then what happened was that there came to be this ice that was seen off ahead. And he says, "All right, we need to go to port." And then they were able to hear this quick enough, and they went to port, and everything was fine. And then what happened was that they saw another ice on the other side. And then he says, "Quick, we need to go to start." And then they crashed because he didn't have enough time to say all of it. He's like, "We need to go to a star." What does that mean? Starbird. Oh, all right. But then it's too late. You see, port was quick, easy, snappy. It's a single syllable. Then it works fine. And then you got starboard. That's 2 syllables. I said that's 2 syllables. And these people on the ship all got into a lifeboat and sailed to shore, whereupon they hit up the congressmen to change the official nomenclature for starboard to be labeled as star. And then we're going to be, in this way, continuing the safety that we need for our boatsmen. Everybody out there, I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. So, I was one time really tired, and I thought I would take a nap. And I would take a nap for at least a little while. Then I would close my eyes. Then I would take a nap. I thought that I was going to be able to have this wonderful meeting of this time. I'm telling you, there was this meeting I tried to arrange, and then I showed up, and then everyone else showed up. You ever hear about how it takes more muscle to frown than it does to smile? That's why I go to the gym. I believe that there are these diamonds that you can wear upon your finger, and then you have this ring, and then you can set out your hand like so, and then you ask people to kiss your ring, and then people can kiss your ring. You say it like this. You show the rings. What do you mean there's no? You show the rings, and then you have the people kiss the ring. And then you have people kiss the ring. And then you have people kiss the ring. And then you have people kiss it for you. And then you have people kiss the ring for you. And then you have them kiss your ring. Kiss the ring. And then you have people kiss the ring. Kiss the ring? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Kiss the ring? I believe that that's the way it goes. And then there can be another person coming on in. Yeah? Kiss the ring. And then they kiss the ring. Candlelit. We used to have lighting, whereupon it was candles. Fire. Fire. It was fire that was the only way you could see in the dark. And then they had fire everywhere. There was an incredible abundance of fire. I could go to this place, there was fire. I can go over here, and there's fire. And then I could go light the fire, and then I can carry around fire, and it's absolutely fine. Today, carrying around fire that's one of the street tricks that I know of. You have the fire, and then people are like, wow, he's able to do all of that with the fire. If someone's carrying around fire, I'm going to call the cops. That's exactly what I do. That's dangerous. Why are you carrying around the fire? I think that we should be putting out that fire. I only want to be able to see that fire put out. All I'm trying to do here is to be able to have some light upon the situation to put out the fire. I think that I'm carrying around this load of information held within me knowing to put out the fire. I am able to have a candle lit dinner. And I've been telling this girl that I'm with all about what I'm telling you right now, and she says to me, that makes sense. And then we get married. And then we have kids. And then I send the kids off to college. And then they become successful. And then I'm able to say, I'm successful. I believe in the power that comes with a strong sense of neighborhood. I believe that I'm going to be able to try my best to have this neighborhood be pronounced by a horse. So that horse is going to be there talking to you, and then it's going to say, these are the people I hang out with consistently and surround me at all times. Plate tectonics underneath the ground. Down there, for those of you at home. Underneath the ground. It's moving around. And then they go and they collide with one another. And then it's this whole scene that's happening with magma, volcanoes erupting underneath the ground, and this incredible molten heat, and it's all going together and crumbling. And then it sometimes has this incredible intensity about itself, whereupon it goes to the greatest lengths of being underneath my feet. That's me. That's me up here. Doing good. I remember hearing about magic, and then I said, I'm going to stay away from that. I had this business of mine that I started up and built with my own 2 hands. There are lots of hard-working people, and sometimes they wear hard hats. I feel as if I'm going to be able to go to the top of a building, and then I'm going to feel a certain accomplishment. In doing so, then all the names of all the people that worked upon the building can be given to you with an incredible amount of effort. I thought that when I was going to be shaking someone's hand, that it wasn't going to be a dance called the shake of hands. You shake someone's hands and then you do a dance. I'm telling you, I thought it was going to be completely different. And then there they are. They're shaking hands. And then they start dancing. And I thought that it kind of made sense. Because you do kind of shake your hand as one would do in a dance. Threw me off guard, though. I said, "What are you doing?" Have you ever looked up at the sky and then saw the vastness of space and then pondered the infinite nature that surrounds us, about how it goes on forever? I'll tell you what, I was watching television one time, and I was sitting there with the remote, and then I keep on using the remote. I say, I'm going to go to this channel. I'm going to go to this channel. And then I'm saying this to myself, and what appears before me is this documentary upon the English Channel. And then I was able to see about how it was for 30 minutes. An absolutely riveting documentary. This is what I have been saying consistently throughout this time. I'm trying to have everyone go into this one centered place of thought, of meaning, and of purpose. And I've been saying this over and over and over again. I don't know how many times it is I'm supposed to be saying it, but I'll keep saying it, and I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep showing everyone what needs to happen with it so that it can happen. It's over and over again. How many times do I have to tell you? That's all that I've been doing. This is all that I've been doing. Over and over again. And it's the same idea that I'm trying to get across the English Channel. Whose is this? I'm going to be saying that this is mine. And then I'm going to be stepping up the game. You guys are going to have to be giving me some more. And then I'm going to be giving you some more. How's about that? That's the way this works. We're going to be working like this. Like so. Like that. Right there. And then you're going to be having that there. And then it's going to be... What was behind it? That was... right there. Right there? I said it was right there. You understand? This is still exactly the same thing I'm trying to tell you. It all goes under that one umbrella name right there. You get that? This has been a very long time, and it's taken you a while to understand it. That's fine. It's supposed to take that long. It's absolutely supposed to take a little bit longer until that happens. Right here. You have that there. Come on. Right there. Right there. There. And then you have that there to go to this. You understand? And then they said, whoops-a-doodle. I felt as if there was this guy that was acting really cool with a leather jacket, and then he fixed himself up a bit, and then he looked in the mirror, and then he fixed himself up a bit even more, and then he said, hot diggity. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're trying to say the same thing over and over again. One single lesson out of all of this that happens and is able to be there taken for yourself. And it's the same lesson over and over again. And it'll keep happening. And then it'll keep happening. And then it'll keep happening. And then it's still there. You understand? Do you understand? One. I said one. It's one. One. I'm trying to tell you that it's one single lesson throughout all of this time. He said one once, and then he said one again. It's one. And I can put it into words to you so very simply. I can repeat myself, if so you want, about the mono-leaning lesson that is apparent before all. One. Here, catch. All right, let's bring everybody in. Let's bring everyone in. Come on. Come on in. No, I know you're going to be embarrassed. That's fine. Bring everyone in. I want all the crew to come in. If you can have everyone, director, writers, crew members, come on in. Give a bow. Let the people see you. Come on. Congratulations on your hard work. And come on. Is everyone supposed to be telling you about how I had this cup of coffee, and then I had the coffee, and then I was drinking it, and I thought that it was of a bold and robust flavor. I was saying that this has a particular taste about it that suits me wonderfully. And so I finished the cup of coffee. I remember how there was this staring game, and you would stare into the eyes of the person that is your opponent, and then you would fall in love. I've got these eyebrows. And then I've got eyebrow humor. I'll wear a tie-dye shirt, absolutely. And I'll be the person that wears a tie-dye shirt because I live in this town. And I've lived here for so long, I can wear a tie-dye shirt. I had found out this facet of the egg industry. Because what happened was is that I go to buy some eggs, I crack the eggs, I eat scrambled. And then I keep buying the eggs. They have all of those options there before me. And what happened was is that I'm a vegetarian, and then I see this option there that says vegetarian fed. So I pick out the vegetarian fed eggs and then I buy them at the counter. I go back home, I eat them, and then they taste delicious. And I go about this routine on a normal basis as if it were a routine. And then I mentioned this to my father, who told me, what else do chickens eat? Do they eat meat? I had not thought of that before. I was completely blindsided by that. I was baffled. I was absolutely confused as to how that had gone by my head for so long. I believe that if I'm going to be trying to put my best self forward, then what I'm going to be accomplishing is a demeanor, positive attitude, politeness, and a strong sense of self-worth. And then I'm going to put my best self forward. All right. I was taking a bath one time, and by bath, I mean shower. All right. So there's this lucky charm that happens when you have the four-leaf clover. However, I tried to look for all of these four-leaf clovers, and I went through a phase where I spent some seconds, minutes, hours even, on looking for this four-leaf clover. And I saw a lot of three-leaf clovers, so I said, the three-leaf clover is really lucky. That's the one that you're going to be looking for. You're going to be looking across the sunset. I like the way that I am so smart, and then I'm able to have this way of expressing how smart I am. So what I usually do is I consistently speak with this diction that is of complete sentences and correct grammar. And then I'm able to sound coherent guys need to see this. Hold on. No, you need to see this. One moment. You can keep listening to me so you're not afraid. And there is no reason to be afraid. I'm still here. I'm absolutely still here. And you know, it's mostly been talking. It's mostly been me talking, and then you see me up there. And then I'm doing this whole bit. However, I understand the way that this industry works. You've always got to be on the cutting edge. You've got to be at the forefront so that people still stay tuned in. Well, I've got this for you. Hold on. How's about that? Yeah? You like that? This is an umbrella. Hold on. That's right. Oh yeah. I'm in it, baby. I've got it. I've got just what you need. Right here. Hello. I was walking to the park one day. One moment. I've got to put this back. Alright. Hold on here. I'm going to be right there. I said I'll be right there. One time I had this floor that was arranged in a checkered pattern, and it was with tiles. And then I was able to walk upon it with this optical effect. Hold on here. How's about that? That's right there for you. That was supposed to happen exactly the way that it was supposed to. You have any idea how long I've been spending upon this? I've put so much of my time and effort into having this happen just the way that it's supposed to. So now we're going to be having the part where it's with the hand show. Hello, I'm the hand, and I'm walking through the park. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, how many times does it take you to go and have yourself a ballet lesson? 4 times. 4 times. It takes 4 times because you got 2. That's 4. That's good. That's a good joke. It's a good one. All right. So, what I'm able to have in my show is, how many lessons are we learning? You learn 1 lesson. That's all you get. You get 1 lesson. Here's the one. And then we're doing good. Let's keep this going. Let's have some more of this. Because I believe that this is the way that we are going to be able to exceed upon any of our expectations in the manner that is most befitting that of glory. I am able to have this stone that I'm building. And people tell me, you can just buy a rock. I'm trying to build a stone. So I have all of this sand that I'm gluing together, bit by bit. And then I'm going to be able to have the stone that I built. And then people tell me, there's a lot of those around, and I say, quit it. I know there's a lot of that. I'm making my stone. Nobody else is going to have my stone. This is a stone that I built with my own 2 hands. It's a lot like all the other stones. It's exactly like all the other stones. I built it with my own 2 hands. This is mine. And then I said, that's a stone. So the clouds are up in the sky and it's billowy, and then you're able to make animals out of them. And then sometimes the rain falls upon the animals. Have you ever climbed a tree when you were young? I used to climb a tree. And what I would do is I would climb the tree with my sister, and then we would name all of the ways that you can climb up the tree. There was the Broadway, the main streets, the Oak Branch Avenue, so on and so forth. And then I got this book to read while upon the branch that I was sitting there and looking at the sunset in an idyllic pasture of a countryside with overgrown grass, some barn animals, and with a quiet, serene way about it. I'm going to go all the way because it means that much to me to have this be absolutely set and certain that it's going to be happening in this way. And if it's going to be any other way, then I'm going to leave. Hold on here. That's the way it's supposed to be. How cool. How cool is that, guys? That's so cool. I'm going to remember that for a long time. And then I'm going to look up to you. So cool. I believe that I'm going to be going back to my home and then having sex with my ridiculously hot wife. So one time I was there having sex with my really hot wife. And then I said, that was amazing. I have this table. And this table, I'm able to write upon it. It's there. It stays there for me. It is a solid table. It's a nice table. And it is stable. Stable table. It's a stable table. So we've reached the end, and I believe that with all that's been going on, it'd be nice to have a recap of everything that we've been through. So, for the recap, everybody at home, there was one lesson, and one lesson only. There's one idea out of all of this that was important to remember. And if I could say with all of my heart, all of my feeling, all that I'm trying to accomplish and express to you honestly and openly, then I would be mentioning of how it was only that singular expression of itself that lends its personality to this identity of the lesson to be learned. The